like to have our early childhood folks just quickly talk. Kathy's here. Okay, Kathy, if you can make your way up here. I'll just have our kindergarten or our preschool team introduce themselves. Mary, why don't you lead us off?
Okay, well, my name is Mary Howe. I've been working here at Westwoods for 5 years. I've run the gamut of early childhood from young fives to 3-4 to the newest program that we have with 2.5-year-olds, which has been a great success. What we're really lucky here at Westwoods to have is a really dedicated, passionate early childhood team. We all have early childhood degrees, all from the same college. It's kind of funny, but we're really involved in making sure that the children are getting a good base and a good community feel from the first day they walk into the doors of Westwoods. They are able to experience the whole school, everything that Sarah's going to tell us about that we do at school before they're even in kindergarten. So they're comfortable, we have a family feel, and our real push is to develop a love of learning. We use creative curriculum, which is based on that children's play is best, it's respected, and it's their best way of learning is to be actively involved in their environment. We also do the Handwriting Without Tears program, so they'll be involved with that before kindergarten, so they already know all those directional cues. And then we also do zoophonics, so they'll be able to experience that before kindergarten, and they'll be ready to go.
I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our cost and our times. There is a $30 registration fee, and that goes towards supplies that we need and anything that we need for the year. Mary does the toddler program, and for a half a day it's $20, and for a full day it's $35. Our half day times are from 8:50 in the morning until 11:50 in the afternoon, and then our full day is from 8:50 to 3:50, just as the same as our school day. And then Sarah and I's programs are the same price. Those are $16 for a half a day and $27 for a full day. Those prices do include a snack. So we get 2 snacks a day, and they're healthy snacks, fruits, vegetables, milk, juice, and those are provided with the program. So if you have little ones besides your kindergartners, there will be packets in the office. And did you put brochures on the table?
Brochures on the
and
table.
brochures on the table. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to call the office or any one of us.
We're looking for our next class, so if you know anyone out there, we're enrolling for next year.
Yes, we already started. And we do fill it fast, sorry.
Yeah,
because
we fill
we
it
can
fast.
only accept, it's because it's a licensed program, we can only have a certain amount of kids in our classroom. And we do all have an aide with us in our classroom during the day. Sorry. No, go ahead.
I'm Sarah Morrow, and I am the 4 to 5-year-old preschool teacher. And this is my 5th year working here at TCAPS. And if you did have a child that was enrolled in the Young Fives program, it's a half-day, everyday program, and so you would also have the option of sending your child for the full day if you needed to, and they would be able to come to my classroom in the afternoon. Mary kind of touched base and said that the children are able to experience all of what Westwoods has to offer when they come to the preschool programs, and the children participate in the different specials we have available. Gym they go to twice a week, and we go as a class, and
We do lots of fun activities.
We are the
do
instructors.
yoga, we do stretching, we do all kinds of games.
So not only are we their preschool teachers, but we are their gym teachers
instructors.
too. The children also come to the library once a week, and we kind of switch it up so that if your child comes on a Monday, Wednesday, halfway through the year, we'll kind of switch it so that Tuesday, Thursday children are able to come to the library too. And Mrs. Tandy, our librarian, will read them a book, and then they'll also be able to check out a book just to bring back to the classroom. And then we do art and music, but we do that within the classroom.
We're their teachers too.
Yeah, we are their art and music teachers. And then we participate in the Reading Buddies program, and the children love that. They love having an older student come to read to them each week, and it's for about a half hour once a week. And then we also participate in going outside for recess. We go outside twice a day. And as Mr. Scott said, we are the recess duty staff as well. And then we also participate in the all-school assemblies. So when we have the music performances, or if we have a special guest come in, we attend those too. So if your children are enrolled in the preschool programs, they'll be actively involved in the school as well.
All right, and Kathy.
I think I'm next. Good evening, everybody. I know lots of faces here. It's awesome. I am the Way to Grow coordinator here at Westwoods, and I have the pleasure of working with families from birth to 5 years old. So within TCAPS, we have a program, an early childhood program that starts at birth. So if you haven't ever participated with us, I invite you to do that. In your packet, there's a calendar, our March calendar that has our playgroups on it, and you are welcome. At all of the TCAPS elementary schools, we provide playgroups that families are welcome to come to. You can come to any playgroup at any school. Of course, we'd love to have you come to Westwoods and see what we do. We have playgroups in the gym, and we have all kinds of activities for you to do with your children. We have balls and tunnels, we have scooters, we have blocks, we have cars. At the end of every one of our playgroups, we read a story and we have a snack. And it gives you an opportunity to have your children even before they get to preschool, which I connect with these guys all the time, which is so fantastic. I work with families birth to 2.5, and I say, now here's Miss Mary with her 2.5 program. But it gives your children an opportunity to meet other children and start that social interaction with other children, which is so important before they get to school. It allows families to meet other families that have children. Sometimes people say, I don't know anybody who has a 2-year-old or who has a baby. So it's an opportunity to connect with other families and definitely get into our schools before your children even start kindergarten. So many families that have been in our program and I've worked with, when they get to this point coming to preschool or kindergarten, they walk in the door. Here I am, I'm ready to go. They're not nervous, they're comfortable, they've met many of the staff members. So that's part of my job, and then the bigger part of my job is I do home visiting with families, and I share developmental information with them. What you can reasonably expect your children to be doing at different stages. What are their gross motor skills? What are their language skills? I bring different toys and activities that we work with together to help build that relationship with your children. And if we find any developmental delays or any things that don't seem to be going quite right, I help connect you to resources in the community so that we can give your children those boosts if they need it before they even get here. Because early intervention is key to making those happen. So that's what I do, and I am in the process of coming up with a kindergarten transition activity. We'll invite you to come in with your children to have lunch in the cafeteria and visit the kindergarten teachers' classrooms. That will be happening towards the end of April, beginning of May, and I will be mailing out that information to you when we get that all together. And then one more plug, I have for Westwoods has a summer adventure camp during the summer. It's a 10-week summer camp program for children from 3 until 12 years old. I know it's hard to think about summer in the middle of all the snow right now, but it's a fantastic program. So if you're interested in that.
And Kathy's the director of that program.
I am the manager of that program.
Last year, Sarah Morrow worked in the preschool. We have a number of other Westwood staff that also worked during that time.
And it's a flexible program. It's 10 weeks, but you don't have to sign up for 10 weeks. You can come 1 day a week, a half a day a week, all summer if you'd like to. We have fantastic field trips and a mileage club and fantastic staff that many will be coming back from last year. So
When is the sign up for that?
we are in the process right now. We're just having our meetings. Towards the end of February, beginning of March, we're getting the information, the application on TCAP's website. So you'll be able just to go and click and fill out all that paperwork.
And that's another good reason to make sure we have your email address too, because one of the things I'll probably do is email this presentation. I can email it, I'll convert it to a PDF file and I'll email it out to you. I can email a link to our Facebook page. You'll be able to view the video that we produced tonight. So email is just I don't want to punish anyone for not having email, but it really is just a quick way for us to communicate with you. So please do give us that if you use email at all. Amanda, if I can get you to just quickly talk about, I know it's kind of getting hot in here, and we're over an hour right now, but just quickly talk about Young Fives, and then we'll finish up with some words from Bonnie and Michelle about the different procedures for registration and so forth in the office.
All right. Young Fives, we're also using the creative curriculum as the preschool is. We're also using Zoophonics, the handwriting without tears. So our Young Five program is working on those kindergarten readiness skills and getting the kids ready for kindergarten, working on literacy skills, letters, sounds, and things like that. And we've been working on motor skills and getting them ready for that kindergarten experience.
Bonnie and Michelle, let's talk a little bit about
Okay.
registration.
Most of you probably already know Michelle and I. What you might not know is Michelle is a lot more organized than I am. And she has your folder has your child's name on the corner there. And inside are only the registration forms that you need. If your child is already here in preschool, we don't want you to fill them all out again, so you won't have them in there. Okay, so whatever you find in the right side of your red folder, we need to have it. And if you haven't had a chance to make your appointment for Roundup, the clipboards are out there if you want to just take a minute maybe before you go. And if you have your paperwork done, you can bring it to us anytime. At Roundup would be a good time too, but if you have it all done before, then drop it off anytime. We can make a copy of the birth certificate if we need it, and get that all taken care of. And it helps us to organize kind of a little sooner and get things all organized here. Because this is a kindergarten meeting, we have to say hi to Jeff, who was a kindergartner here at Westwoods. Yeah, the same year my youngest daughter was, so we're glad he's here. The teacher requests, email that to us. That's really quicker. Remember, you don't have to make a teacher request. If you choose to do that, just send us a quick email. We'll have that on file when we get the lists going. All of our email addresses here are all the same. I don't know if you know that. It would be our last name, so mine is SHAW, first two letters of our first names, BO, and then we are all at tcaps.net. So either one of us, just shoot us an email on the request. And also, when you head out, we have little Westwoods goodie bags out there for your child. They're right here on this table.
Decorated by our kindergartners this year.
With this little bamboo theme. Well, you'll know why that is when you open it up here and see one of the little items in here. I won't spoil the surprise, but you'll know why that's a little bamboo theme there. And that's pretty much all I have. Michelle, can you think of anything I'm forgetting? Is there anything you would like to ask us?
Registration fee, is that $30?
Not for kindergarten or young fives. Nothing there. Just preschool.
Just
Yep.
preschool registration.
Just preschool.
Everything else is free.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You pay for that with your two property taxes.
Call with any questions. Call anytime.
Okay, one more quick thing and then you're out of here. I do want to we made a video on our Facebook page. Just go to the page and look. Any questions or anything? We're done unless you have questions. Well, thanks a lot.
Okay.
It was an informative evening for you.